Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the SimZone. We've got our off-season event here, the 2 hours of Watkins Glen on PS5, and it is a driver swap event as well. Let's just quickly get rid of this logo. There we go. So we've got 29 teams. We should do. I think we're missing. Nope, they're all in. Perfect. 29 teams here, so that means 58 drivers out on track, which is absolutely amazing. So, oh wow, 58 drivers in total in this event, but it is only a few minutes into this qualifying session. No one has set a time just yet, but Hoorn is going to round the final corner. Let's see if he can put in a lap time here. Is it going to be a valid lap? Yes, so 1:45.3 so far. Track is actually optimum to start off with. I believe in the practice sessions it's been fast, but with this many cars on the grid, it is going to grip up the circuit much quicker than usual. So there we go. A 1:45 from Hoorn, but Mullard has put it on provisional pole. 1:44.9. Cohen there puts into P4, second off. Fernandez for Raceline. Raceline have got 3 teams in this event actually, but Raceline, their first team, only sitting in P4. Looks like Pinkemper. I'm going to mispronounce some of these names, so you just have to bear with me really. Yeah, I apologise if some of these names are said incorrectly, but yeah, so Pinkemper there from BV Motorsports. I believe his teammate is Viper. I can't remember his real name. But yeah, they're in the Porsche. The Porsche, a very quick car at Watkins Glen. Likewise is the BMW, and likewise is the Honda as well. So very, very quick cars here that have been chosen. We are seeing towards the top of the grid. So, well, the top 7 all BMWs, Porsches, and that odd Honda. But let's see who else is going to set a lap. We've got the number 15 car. That's Hoorn. Let's see if he'll be able to improve here. There we go, we can change camera views, thank God, because we don't like the one that's too close up. But we've got loads of people watching at the moment. 29 teams from Missouri in the comments, yes. And looks like Hoorn's going to cross the line. Improvement, yes it is. He puts it on provisional pole, 1:44.9. Oh, I spoke too soon. It was so close. It's still quite close actually. Mullard does improve, however, 1:44.735, and well, Mullard, I believe we've seen him do low 44s in the practice sessions. 43s are definitely possible here on console. Just has to get the perfect lap. These conditions slightly warmer than usual. I think if it was a bit colder, it would be easier. But just 9 minutes left of this qualifying session to go. Now, we will have Team of the Day voting later on in this race. So once the race starts, about 10 minutes in, and oh, Mullard very, very wide there. I think that's an invalid lap there from him. But once Team of the Day, once there's about 10 minutes into the race, we'll bring up the Team of the Day voting. You can vote for your favourite team, you can vote for who you think has had the best performance, or whatever. The voting is completely up to you guys, so just vote for whoever you want, and at the end we will reveal the results of who's won the Team of the Day as well. There will be a link to that in the live chat. I'll pin that later on. So yeah, keep your eyes out peeled in the live chat. I'll mention it on live stream anyways. But at the moment, there's still a few teams yet to set some times here. We've got the Turn 1 Sim Racing B team, the Turn 1 Sim Racing E team, Spuggiatori Motorsport, who are still yet to set a time. Dirty Racing, the DRL Porsche, still yet to set a time as well. Team Lowlands, currently Van Leeshout. I've definitely said that wrong. In the car, in the McLaren, which isn't a car you see often at Watkins. It is a quick car at Watkins, don't get me wrong, but it's quite difficult, especially going through the bus stop with those massive curves. That can completely ruin your race. But let's see what they can do. We've got the Turn 1 Sim Racing E team about to come across the line here. Can they set a lap time? No lap time yet, and time is running out in this qualifying session. They need to possibly put a banker in. And I believe that's what Team Lowlands have done. They've just put a banker lap in. And now they know they've got a time in. You can start pushing the car a bit more. We've still got Spugiatori Motorsport there in P26. Dirty Racing still yet to set a time. They're on a time lap now. Race line number 3. They have to set a time as well. And BM as well, who are coming up towards the last corner now in the Nissan, which is a car you don't see often whatsoever. So it's good to see the Nissan out on track. And he rounds the final corner. What's it going to be in terms of lap time as he crosses the line? No lap time once again. Oh, that's not looking great. Still 4 teams here. Sorry. Yeah, 4 teams yet to set a lap time then. And let's look at the top 3. So Mailer still, Mailer for BS Racing still on provisional pole, the 144.7. Looks like he's run wide. Actually, no, I think that's still within track limits. Let's check. Yeah, still within track limits. He's rounding final corner now. Is it going to be an improvement? Wolfka there in P2. And yes, Mailer improves by a couple more tenths there. 144.522 to improve that provisional pole time. But Wolfka for Turn 1 Sim Racing A, 3 tenths off at the moment in the Porsche. Not far off whatsoever, but Sherman is only, what's that, 700ths? So close, and Koshik there. Is it Kosik or Koshik? No idea, but I know that is Lely. It's his PlayStation name, but he's in P2. He jumps up into P2 in the BMW there. We've got a few Astons out on track as well, quite a few Astons actually. Brooker there in P4 for T1SR F. Also 3 tenths off, so we've got the top 9 teams here, separated by just a second, which isn't much whatsoever. Let's have a look at some more comments. We've got Humble Racer saying Watkins Glen is his favourite track. They're waiting to get on to the PS5. Melvin saying he deleted ACC by accident, so his teammates had to start the race and do qualifying. Alan saying shout out to his man Dukas. Sky Adrian saying Team Year 1 on top. Team Year 1 is currently in P2 at the moment, so they are towards the top. They'll be starting on the front row if they can keep it there. Let's see, he's about to round off the final corner. Sherman once again, let's see if he can improve. He only needs 3 tenths, well, 4 tenths. And any improvement? No improvement there for Sherman. We've got the number 46 car as well. It's the number 46 car. That is Stella Fellas. Breen currently in the car doing this qualifying session, as he looks like he's going in the pits there. So no, I think they're either switching drivers here, or they're going to put some fresh set of rubber on and get some fuel back in the car. But Lay is going to cross the line. Any improvement from him? No improvement there. We've got the 166 car, which is Brooker. They're currently in P4. He's got a bit of a toad from that Porsche in front. Is he going to improve? Looks like he's going to stop the car. So yeah, no improvement there from Brooker. The number 100 car has just crossed the line. Well, there's too many cars to look at. It's so much easier to do it on PC, but there we go. Even Lowlands currently in P12 now, so they've managed to improve their time. They've got a quicker lap in now. We've got yellow flags out on track. Oh, that's just a pit lane bug. Ignore those yellow flags. Got a gaggle of cars here about to cross the line. The 540 car, which is Besselink, is currently in the car. John Deere GT3, inspired by Farming Simulator, and a tractor they adore on that game, or that sim, I should say. Don't want to upset anyone. But there we go, top 11 still separated by just over a second. We've got the 778 car now about to cross the line. Who's the 778 car? Is that Ferrari? Yes, it is. No one's in Racing E. Are they going to be able to set a lap time in? Let's see as they cross the line now. Yes, but only P26 for them. And the only team yet to set a lap time is race line 3 here, who are running out of time to get a valid lap in. They're really going to need to put a time in on this lap, because they've only got one more chance after this to set a lap here. So Mailer still on provisional pole, Koshik in P2, Wolfka in P3. Look at this, look how close 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 are at the moment. looks like Sayers there in P10. He's about to cross the line here. Any improvement for Sayers? He only needs a 10th here to gate in P9, but no improvement there for Sayers. In the Devil's Lord team, his teammate being Piroth, who I believe will be watching now. We've got more comments coming in. Now bear with me because I am on my own, looking at the comments, doing the commentating and the broadcasting at the same time is a bit difficult. Humble Racer saying any Bentleys in the race? No. John J, good to see you as well. DT Dell saying hi chat. What place is Lager in? Lager is in, I'm not sure if he's out on track at the moment. His teammate, who's his teammate? I need to check now. I need to check. Let's have a look. Who his teammate is. Wait, I can just check from here. 1 second. Let's try and find who his teammate is. Hooschii, of course. Beerview Mirror. How can I forget? How can I forget? Beerview Mirror currently in P6 as Sherman's about to cross the line. No improvement once again though. I mean, 3/10 P6 and Wolfka there puts it on provisional pole just as he crosses the line. 144.440, only 800ths quicker than Mailer, and looks like that's his qualifying session over. He runs wide in the exit of turn 1. It looks like Mailer, well, for Mailer and BS Racing, this is going to be their last chance to improve. Let's see what they can do on this lap. In fact, let's go on board for the rest of this lap with Mailer. You've got a mishap now on the exit. Looks like their qualifying session might be over. Mailer losing that exit curve there, coming through that wrong right-hander. I think that's going to cost him a bit of time. He wouldn't have maximised his exit speed here, but trailing the brakes as we go up the hill, early on the power because you can run quite wide in the exit there. Now it's a nice run down towards, I have no idea what corner it is, please don't ask me, but we're braking about towards the 125 metre board here. And onto the brakes, trailing the brakes through once again. Now up towards this left-hander, braking by the AWS sign. And a bit squirrely on the exit there for Mailer, but using all the track, and here it's pretty much just a lift, as you can just hear, using the curb on the inside. But yeah, you could have used way more on the exit there. I think this isn't really on the limit here for Mailer. I think he can definitely improve, but I'm not sure if he's going to improve this lap. As he crosses the line, yep, no improvement there for Mailer, unfortunately. I know he had it in him, but he's been beat today. We've got Dirty Racing currently in P3, only 3/10 off. The Aston's quite good cars at Watkins Glen, and they're good cars in endurance as well. So couple Astons there, P3 and P4. They'll be starting on the second grid unless Koshik here can improve. But before we do that, we've got the 28 car. Where's the 28 car? There we go. The Raceline 1 team, they almost brushed the exit, the wall on the exit there out of the final corner. What's it going to be? Any improvement? Yes, they jump up to P13 there. Looks like we've got the number 9 car. Let's see, number 9. Where is it? It's Koshik. Is he going to cross the line? Is he going to improve? He does. P3 there for Koshik. So he'll be starting on the second row. We've got a couple more cars. The number 89, actually the number 701 car, I believe it is about to cross the line. Nope, looks like they've run out of fuel or not improving there. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Wolfka, Turn 1 Sim Racing A, taking pole position. Mailer for PS Racing in P2. Koshik Koshik rounding off the top 3 here in this qualifying session for Team Year 1. We'll be back in just a moment, so make sure to stay tuned for the start of this 2-hour race. Okay, ladies and gents, we're getting ready for the start of the race. We've got the drivers lining up side by side now. So we're going to see them charging down into turn 1. Now, turn 1's a very difficult corner here at Watkins Glen. Although there's a lot of runoff, it's quite narrow to keep it within track limits. And then it's flat out after turn and all the way down towards the bus stop chicane. That's where we see most of the accidents happen, but it is a 2-hour race. Hopefully the drivers don't do anything silly when we get down there. But let's see. Wufka on pole, Mailer in second. Let's see who's going to get a better run here coming down into turn 1. And it looks like Wufka, using the Porsche's acceleration, is going to hold on to P1 here. Mailer slotting down the inside, and oh, look how close it is between Hooschii and Kivajari there. I think I pronounced that wrong, but in P4, actually, that's one of the Porsche. That's Pinkemper in the red Porsche, I believe, who's dropped down into P6 now. Yeah, he's dropped down into P6. Syndico in the McLaren there in the background. The bright pink McLaren there defending off one of the BMWs. And we're going to wait for the order just to shuffle around. But looks like we got through cleanly. Oh, one of the Porsches is off. I think it's Van Roy there, but luckily he rejoined safely. No damage whatsoever to his car, but looks like we've all made it through very cleanly there through the bus stop chicane, which is actually great to see. So, oh, there's been a drive through for race line 3. That would have been either speed on start or position on start, and looks like actually there is one of the Porsches who's picked up some damage. It's the BSSF Porsche team. Schultz there in the Porsche has picked up some damage. Saw his lights flickering there as he's braking, but Wufka already pulling away from Mailer in P2. It's Hooschii still in P3, followed by Pinkemper, who's actually moved up to P4 now. Sorry, so that was incorrect. He's moved up a few positions from P6. So it's a great start from the Porsche, and yeah, it's what we expected really. The Porsche's much better on acceleration, and oh, the Aston 89 onto the grass there. Luckily, I think they avoided the wall. But they're going to start settling down now. The nerves are going to be high after the race start. They always are. Adrenaline's going to be pumping for a lot of these drivers. Where oh, there's been an accident. There's been a collision towards the rear of the field. We've got one of the McLarens facing the wrong way. That's Van Roy, who's been involved in an incident as well. Looks like the McLaren has rejoined the circuit. Have they got some damage? Looks like both Hondas into the pits. That's both the race line drivers. McLaren into the pits as well. I believe this Honda is going to serve their drive-through, so they haven't got any damage, but the Honda and the McLaren both in the pits now for damage repairs. And looks like, well, down the straight, the Porsche of Wufka there, or Turn 1 Sim Racing A, has been caught up by the BMWs, but you can see afterwards, coming to the bus stop, how much he's been able to gap them. And Mailer now fending off Hooschii. Hooschii been closing the gap to him. But it's still, as it were, not really much overtaking opportunities on Watkins Glen, especially on the in the middle sector. Really, the best opportunity is turn 1 and well, the heavy braking zone into the bus stop chicane after you've got that long straight. But yeah, after that, there's not really many overtaking opportunities. You have to really wait for the driver in front to make a mistake. We go to Sherman now, who's in P8. The top 10 still very, very close at the moment. In fact, more than a top 10. Yeah, no, the top 10 is still very, very close. You can see there's a bit of another group forming in the background. We've got Besselink here in P10 on the back of Penuccia there for Spucciatori Motorsport. And it looks like they are suffering with some connection. I think actually their teammate has just joined, so that's what it would have been. But looks like, well, one of the Astons there, is that Brooker? No, it's not Brooker. That's the 89 Aston looking for a move on Pinkemper there in P4. He's got a good run out of turn 1. He's going to have the slipstream all the way down towards the bus stop chicane, and the Aston is no slouch on the straights whatsoever. So let's see what he can do. And look at the exit, he's got the slingshot, and he's going to pull out of the slipstream here. Let's see if he's going to get past, and I think he's going to get past even before the braking zone here. So Pinkemper's going to have to slot back in as he does, and there we go, loses that position to the Aston, but a bit wide there for well, a bit of a mistake for the Porsche actually, and looks like Syndico is going to slot through. So the RFF team, RFF Lasagna in fact, are going to move up a position into P5. So the bright pink McLaren goes up a position, and now they're going to hunt down the Aston in front. But by them battling, they're allowing Brooker and Sherman to catch up. So this is now a 5-car battle. Let's quickly go back to the race leaders. Wufka now, well, they've got some traffic already. Remember, it's an endurance race, so the drivers will be on different strategies. Damage doesn't matter too much. It is a long race, so all that time can be made back up. But Wufka hasn't been able to shake off Mailer or Hooschii just yet. The gap's been staying around half a second, or even less now. Bad exit there from Wufka. And, well, I don't think there's going to be any overtaking opportunities into the last 2 corners. Down to turn 1. That Mailer might get a better an opportunity and a better exit through the final corner. Looks like he has done, but is it going to be enough? Is Wufka going to go defensive? No, he's not. He's not phased whatsoever. Mailer with a bit of a look down the inside, trying to throw a dummy. But no, Wufka's not going to battle too hard as he makes a mistake on the exit of turn 1. This could cost him the race lead here, as Mailer now has got the slipstream. Hooschii dropping back ever so slightly, but Mailer is going to try and slingshot past. The BMW not the best on top end either though, so it's going to be a struggle for the BMW. Can Wufka hold on? He's keeping the car in the middle of the track here, giving Mailer an option, but looks like he'll be able to hold on coming into the bus stop chicane. And Mailer had an opportunity there, but couldn't make anything of it. Let's quickly check the timetables, what the fastest lap of the race is so far. So it is a 1:45.8 there from Mailer. Looks like now they're getting past some traffic. Wufka has... Oh, what's happened here? Looks like some traffic has caused Wufka to open up a gap now. Mailer and Hooschii are battling together, so this is allowing Wufka to pull away. Let's look further down. Syndico still on the back. Oh no, he's got past the Dirty Racing Aston Martin, so there we go. Syndico up into P4 now, and the 89 Aston Martin down into P5. Brooker still really close, but he's got to worry about the cars behind him. You've got Sherman hassling him, and he's gonna have to go defensive here. Possibly, yep, he does go defensive, not leaving any opportunity for Sherman to get past. Camper very close behind as well. Besselink is still there as well on the tail end of this train. Panacea, we've got another battle going on here. Panacea, Anderson in the Mercedes. We've got Sayers in the Aston Martin there. Oh, one of them, Aston's facing the wrong way actually. I think that is Brooker. Brooker facing the wrong way. Something has happened there. Shame we don't have... well, shame we can't really look at the replay, but he's got to wait for all these cars to get past before he can get going again. But props to him for holding the brakes and waiting. But he's got some heavy damage on that Aston. I assume there was contact. Is he going to return into the pits, or he's going to keep going? No, he's going to return into the pits. A shame there for the... Turn 1 Sim Racing. Which team is that? That's the F team. And it looks like the BSSF Porsche team have got a stop go 30. The Team 1 SRB team is in the pits. Looks like they don't have any damage. They might have some on the front, but I can't tell at this moment. That means Besselink moves up into P6. He's gained some positions due to those incidents, I think. And now it leaves Sherman and Besselink to battle, both BMWs. Looks like we've still got this massive battle going on. Oh, very late on the brakes there from Anderson there in the BMW. Looks like Panacea. No, that wasn't Panacea. Yeah, it was Panacea there, looking like he had some connection issues, but he's going to get done here on the brakes into this right-hander, unless he can hold it around the outside, which he does. He manages to defend that position, and oh, very squarely on the exit here. There's nothing separating. Oh, contact! There's nothing separating them, and I think that was the Aston moving over to the right on the Mercedes was there. I don't think that was any fault of the Mercedes, but with them racing this close, I mean, it's bound to happen. You really don't want to be aggressive in endurance races, especially at the start when we're only 10 minutes in. But when you've got this many cars this close, yeah, something's bound to happen. Amber Racing saying the track looks damp. It's not damp. It is fully optimum here. It's just rubbing in very, very well. And I think as we get into the night now, I think the headlights reflecting off the asphalt gives that picture. Looks like Leo here for Speed Hunters eyeing up a move on Robinson there in P11. All the Turn 1 Sim Racing drivers rocking this is it lime green? I don't know. Lime green and indigo maybe? Or lime green and blue? I'm not very good with colours, so I have no idea. Looking at Mailer now. Oh, he's dropped back down the order. He's got some heavy damage in the front. Koshik goes into P2 comfortably. Wolfco in P1. Syndico hunting down Koshik though. But Mailer has had a bit of a mare here. He's now got to defend. Oh, it's 3 BMWs now battling the P4, P5 and 6. But Mailer's got that heavy damage now, which he's going to have to drive through for about, well, another 49 minutes or so until they switch drivers. I assume he won't want to pit at this point in time because they'll have to make another pit stop when they do switch drivers. Is one of the cars glitching? Yeah, it's a bit of a bug on PS5. Just visual bug. There's nothing much we can do, but a good exit out the final corner from Sayers. Is he going to get this move done on the Dirty Racing Aston Martin? Looks like he's got nowhere to go. He's boxed in at the moment. Looks for a move down the inside. Oh, there's been contact, I think. Has there been contact there? I think there was a bit of contact between the two. And it looks like Sayers goes off the track. It's a bit of a shame there, but it was a very late move down the inside. But I think made contact on entry. But he's going to be swamped here now onto the straight. The Mercedes with superior straight line speed. Is he going to make this stick? This is a really difficult choice, but no, he sensibly backs out of that move. And Sayers there onto the grass. Ever so slightly. A big slide there for Anderson. And the T1 SRC team looks like they're going to go down the inside there. And gain P9. But look at this. Mailer dropping down the order. He's losing so much time lap after lap. Wolfco is now taking the fastest lap of the race. Yeah, definitely looks like Mailer is struggling here. He's just going to have to drive through the damage and do the best he can. Even if that means he's losing time. Looks like one of the McLarens, they're moving out the way. That is the Team Lowlands McLaren. Robinson there looking left and right. Nowhere to overtake just yet. They have to be patient here. He knows Miley's got some damage or something's wrong with his car, but he looks down the inside there. Very ambitious move, but Mailer's going to leave him the room. Not really any point Mailer fighting them, so he's going to leave the room like I said. It's the wisest thing to do. So good on Mailer there. I think the less he fights at this stage, the less time he's going to lose. Let's look further down the order. We've got the Raceline 1 team still in the pits. The BSSF Porsche team out on track. I've said this name before. Bucciatori, there we go. Motorsport, I'm still probably not saying it right, but who knows. Is out on track. Turn 1 SRF is now out on track. I believe they've switched drivers now. Knight is now in the car. Interestingly, Team Lowland still out on track as well. Turn 1 Sim Racing B is back out as well. We've got Burns in the DRL Porsche fighting with Van Roy for SM Racing here. Now, Porsche versus Porsche. Usually when you're battling a car, well, the same car, you're faster and slower in the same places on the track, so it makes it even more difficult to get the job done. Even when the slipstream doesn't look like Burns is able to get past. I think he's just biding his time there. Oh, there's been a collision. What has happened here? Van Roy being caught up there. Looks like one of the Astons lost the car on the exit. Who was that in the Aston? Was that... who is that? Is it the Dirty Racing Aston? I think it was... I think it might have been. We've got a few cars in the pits now. It's not showing up. We've got the 89 car in the pits and the 28 car in the pits. Yeah, it's not showing up for the 89 car, but they are dropping down the order, so I think they did return the car to the garage. It looked like they were just facing the wrong way on the track. Out of bus stop, which is a bit of a shame. Yes, the what was it called? The team of the day voting is what we'll bring up in just a moment. Yanseng Sander has had a nightmare race so far. Yeah, he has been involved in a few unfortunate incidents, but that's endurance racing for you, eh? Just got to keep going. So even if you're not the fastest team, you can still win. And it's happened before. Consistency is what matters the most in these races. So yeah, we will bring up the team of the day voting. Just bear with me a bit while we bring it up. Yeah, we still got this battle going on between Lang and Anderson. I'm really butchering these names, but the 324 Aston Martin DLAC and the Turn 1 Sim Racing F team both battling for position, and the Speed Hunters Porsche there. P9, P10 and P11 all battling for position here as we speak. DeedeeTKU now taking fastest lap of the race. What has he done? 1:45.6. Interesting. So DeedeeTKU is actually reeling in P2, the Team Year 1 BMW here. So this is a battle to watch out for. And we'll keep an eye on the delta between those two. Let's go back to this battle between P11 and P10. We've still got Breen in a battle as well. Stellar Fellas and Typhoon Racing Team battling together. Looks like the McLaren of Typhoon Racing Team gone a bit wide. Is that going to allow Breen down the inside? I don't think it's really a place he can go for an overtake. He backs out of that. Gets it hooked on the curb there. Thought he got the rear end out ever so slightly, but he caught it just in time. But yeah, running in P16 is Stellar Fellas. It's a good place to be at the moment. Cohen for Sniff and Kenny Motorsports. That joke's been made already. But oh, what's happened to one of the Mercedes? They've got some serious damage there. That is Anderson with some heavy damage on the front of that Mercedes. God, what's happened to him? Looks like he lost it in S's going up towards that long straight before the bus stop. It is easy to lose it there if you get it hooked on the curb. I assume that's what's happened if there hasn't been any contact. But look at that, really understeering there. He's onto the grass, but he's kept it going. In fact, nearly hitting his teammate there. So hard to get the car stopped while you're on the grass, but he's going to lose another position, I think. Actually, no. What Aston is that? Is that... Yeah, that's the Spucciatori Aston Martin there. So they are actually a lap down. Well, let's go back to this battle. Green and white still battling. Now let's bring up the Team of the Day voting as well. Let's see if we can bring it up. Right, so it is Team of the Day voting is open now. Put the link in the comments in just a second. There we go. There's the link. You just vote for your favourite team of the day. Up to you who to vote for. Whoever you're supporting, vote for them as well. And we will reveal the results of that at the end of the broadcast. Once the race is over, I should say. But Breen still on the back of white here. We've got Spucciatori Motorsport, Venecia there on the back of Knight now. Knight still carrying that damage, so they did the driver swap. They didn't repair the damage though, which is interesting. It looks like Rodriguez now on the back of Bibi. It's Nissan versus Honda at the moment. Nissan looking quite stable so far. Currently running in P17, which is quite a good position out of 29 teams to be running in. But they've got a very fast Honda behind them, so we'll see what Rodriguez can do within the next few laps. Let's have a look again between... Oh, we've got Sayers and Robinson now battling for position. Robinson from Turn 1 Sim Racing here. Their C team putting pressure on that Aston Martin from the Devil's Lord. And looks like I've just noticed the fastest lap of the race. Hooschii taking the fastest lap of the race, and he's only 1.2 seconds off over the Porsche in P1. Syndico now losing a bit of time there to P2, so maybe they've pushed a bit too hard at the start. But looking at Robinson now, he's got a good run coming up towards the straight, but it's not going to be enough to get a move done here into the bus stop. He has a look, but it's not going to phase Sayers one bit, and he holds his line. He's got his wipers on. I think he may have done that by accident. There is no rain expected for this race. But yeah, putting your wipers on doesn't make you faster. It looks like the top two now within a second of each other. Hooschii is really putting in the times now to catch the race leader. And let's see what he's done. 45.5 as well, so he is catching lap after lap to the Porsche of Wolfka. And looks like Leo there in the Porsche has got the DLAC Aston Martin just in front, but looks like they've made a mistake. Gap did say 1/10, up to about 6-7 tenths now. They did make a slight mistake there. Turn 1 Sim Racing E team on the back of Sliff and Kenny Motorsports here. And Kenny Motorsports slightly deep into the corner, and they're going to have to defend this left-hander now. Running the number 1 on their car. They thought, why not? Let's do it for a bit of fun. Currently running in P12. Managing to defend that position. Sorry, so it's Kerwin in the car at the moment. It will be Price in the car. I believe it's Price in the car next. And why have we got a meatball flag out? I believe someone hasn't turned their lights on. They're going to have to do so, but looks like Breen there on the back of White still flashing his lights. Interesting. Maybe he's not happy with something. Doesn't look like anything has happened between the two. So far, a bit of a wiggle on the exit there for Breen, but he's held it nicely. Let's go back to this battle between Sayers and Robinson. Still going on strong here, and they're actually reeling in Pinkamper there in P6. Let's look at the gap between Wolfka and Hooschii as well. It's come down to half a second. Hooschii really catching up now. And of course, the drivers would have been on full fuel to start off with, almost halfway into the race now. So you'll see maybe some quicker times towards the end of the stint, although tyres are going to be absolutely warm. But the lighter fuel is definitely going to help the drivers in terms of lap time. Sayers here still holding on. Let's go on board here with Robinson. See, now it's a 3-car battle. Pinkamper, Sayers and Robinson all battling P6, P7 and P8. And a bit of a slide, bit of understeer on entry for Sayers, but he's just using that slip angle, I think, or trying to. You see the rear moving all around the place. And he's a bit deep there into turn 1 without carrying way too much speed with Sayers. He's got to be careful he doesn't get a track limit warning, because track limit warnings are going to be a big pain in endurance racing. You're only allowed 3 of them. 4th one you get a drive-through penalty. But even then, Robinson hasn't been able to get a good enough run, and there you go. Pinkamper tried to break the slipstream. Sayers pulling out of the slipstream last second. Is he going to make this move stick? He's deep on the brakes. He's had to cut across the grass, and now this is going to allow Robinson to try and pull alongside. No, Sayers manages to hold on. That was a very risky move to go for. We're just 25 minutes into the race. Jan saying Alan doing great. Paul Mitchell, his teammate saying sure is. Sander saying everything went wrong. Van Ronoy saying was also not confident in the braking during the race, kept losing the rear. I think it's time to get yourself some SimZone setups for the Porsche. They are out on our website. Yeah, Robinson still just biding his time. There's no rush, and no one behind him either. So yeah, no rush to get this move done. But of course, he does want to make progress here. But I think he's just going to take it patiently. Doesn't want to take any massive risks when we're still early on into the race. Look at the top two once again. That half-second gap still there, but the slipstream is going to be crucial here for Koshik now. He's going to stay in the slipstream for as long as he can. And look how much he's already caught up. It's not 6/10 anymore. It's going to be less than that. He's going to look for a move. No, backs out of it. But he's continuously putting on the pressure here to the race leader. That's what he needs to do if he wants to try and get this move done, or force them into an error to get that position. It looks like Wolfka not pushing too much at the moment. He doesn't want to make any risks, or want to take any risks himself either. Indico's still about 3 seconds behind. But it's Pincamper, Sayers and Robertson still as they were. DLAC, the DLAC, Aston Martin and the Speed Hunters Porsche still battling for position. Those positions haven't changed since we last saw them. And looks like Curtin there. I hope I've said that correctly. Trying for a move on Kerwin. Is he going to look for a move down the inside here? No, he's not. It's a funky livery there on that Ferrari. Does definitely stand out, that's for sure. It looks like Breen. Oh, look how close he... Oh, he was close. But I think he tried for a move. Judging by that gap, it looks like it didn't come off well for him. But he's still only a few tenths behind, so still definitely in contention for gaining his position. P14 would be absolutely great. I mean, P15 is great for where they are at the moment. But if you get that extra position, it's gonna help him even more, I think. But like I said earlier, we don't really want to be battling too hard early on in the race. Still got another stint to go after this, and the teammates are going to be in the car. But it looks like, once again, that McLaren going wide, and this could be Breen's chance. No, a bit of oversteer on the exit. I don't think he's going to get it. He's planting the throttle a bit too early there on the exit, getting the rear all sorts of sideways. But he just can't find that drive traction to get past. But once again, he's got to keep on putting that pressure through that McLaren. And looks like we've got the Team Lowlands McLaren into the pits, interestingly enough. I wonder why they're pitting. Doesn't look like they've got much damage on the car. Well, actually, they might do. But they are pitting. Would they be changing drivers? No clue. But usually, well, we will see most of the drivers changing, doing their driver swap at the halfway mark, because we've got a maximum stint timer of 65 minutes. And oh, looks like Koshik there just getting through some traffic. Where's Wolfka gone? Wolfka's dropped down the order. What has happened to Wolfka? It still shows him in P1, but that only updates every time we cross each sector line. He has made a massive mistake. He's dropped down to, what's that, P3? Yeah, there we go, P3 for Wolfka. Something has gone wrong there for him, which is a huge shame. Now remember to vote for your favourite team, vote for your team of the day. Got a few votes in already, but still waiting for more. Make sure to click on that link pinned in the chat. Oops, pinned in the chat. Got 42 people watching as well. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new as well. Help us out massively here. Looks like Wufka now getting through some traffic as well. Leo on the back, side by side actually with the Aston Martin. Are they gonna get through here? I don't think Leo is gonna get that move done. He backs out there, backs out of that move, and they've actually got Pereda from Ferospi closing in on them. Ferospi currently running in P11. This could be a three-way battle, or another three-way battle. We had who was it? We had Robinson, Sayers and Pinkamper, but that has died down slightly. Sayers has lost a position to Robinson. He's now in P8. And the wiper's still on. But Simo in the comments said wipers turned on to ruin the airflow to the ones behind. Not sure if it would do much to the cars behind. Contentnow saying go Cosmic. Cosmic isn't racing in this one. So you're gonna have to root for someone else. Contentnow. But Leo looks like he has got past the DLAC Aston Martin. They're going to be side by side, all moving over slightly. No, there's been a collision there. The Aston Martin there moving over. They had plenty of space on the inside. That was, can't blame anyone but themselves for that one. And luckily the Ferrari of Ferospi didn't get too much damage from that one. Looks like it was just a bit of paint exchanged. I believe it was their Ferrari. Yeah, it was. What a shame. Oh, there's been a huge collision here. What's happened? What has happened here? We've got cars all over the circuit. Kerman returning the car to the pits. What has happened here? What on earth has happened? The 22 car, we've got the GLAC Aston Martin. I think they're going to have to return the car to the pits as well. There's no way they're going to make it back. The steering completely bent, suspension, everything gone. We've got the 22 car still stopped on track as well. That's Mailer, who's got going once again. What a shame there. What on earth happened there? That was a huge collision. There's about 3-4 cars involved in that one. I think there are going to be some unhappy drivers after that collision. Look at the damage that one of the Porsches have got. I believe that is where is that? What team is that? Is that can't find them now. I can't find them. Ah, that's SM Racing, I think. Yes, it is. Columbrander in the car at the moment. Look at that damage. Surely, I'm surprised they're still driving around with that amount of damage. And it looks like they're trying to get past Breen there in the Aston. They're trying to unlap themselves. Yeah, that was a massive collision. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars in the pits, I believe, at the moment. Such a shame there. Content now saying what team is Lord Piroth in? Lord Piroth is in the Devil's Lord team. Currently running in P8 at the moment. Sayers in the car. Looking at P6 and P7. Looks like Robinson has got the move done on Pinkamper. So up a position he goes. It's actually saying Mailer has the fastest lap now. Interesting, but they're into the pits. Will they be repairing that damage? Will they be switching drivers now? I'm not too sure. I think they'll probably stay as they are. Looking at Lay now. On the back of the Team Lowlands McLaren, although the gap's opened up a bit between these two now, up to 1.7 seconds. Maybe a mistake there from Lay and the Honda. Looking up to Pinkamper and Robinson. Yeah, still about, well, after Robinson's got that move done, he's been pulling away here. DeedeeTKU saying some of these crashes, yeah, some of them have been absolutely horrible. And it's sort of the nature of Watkins Glen. If someone loses it over these curbs with these S's that we're watching now, there's not really much space on track for anyone, well, for any other cars coming to go. There's really not much space. It is a bit of a shame there. But hopefully the teams that have had some serious damage reduce them back out on track. It's still a long race. They can still gain some positions later on. Looking at Wolfgang Syndico is losing some time to Wolfco. Wolfco's closing the gap once again. Gap 0.6 between these two. We've got another battle, three-way battle here. It's Burns in the DRL Porsche 51, followed by Breen, then Rodriguez, and the Honda's absolutely rapid in the straights. Been able to catch up Breen on the straight and through the bus stop as well, but nowhere to go on the exit. But yeah, that was one heck of a crash. So not exactly sure what happened there, but I assume someone had lost it going through those S's up the hill. And I think a few drivers just been caught up in that. And oh, huge bit of oversteer for Rodriguez there. Into the barrier, he's going to collect some damage as a result. But he's all on the marbles now as well. Isn't really what he wants to be doing. Those tyres, rear tyres might be a bit too warm now. He's going to have to try and nurse them for a few laps to get them settled down before he can start pushing again. Let's go to P3 with Kurt still on the back of Syndico, although not really closing him in now. Let's see, driver stats were in the pits. Are they still there? We've still got two cars in the pits. It's the number 1 car, Kenny Motorsports, and the number 224 car. Who's the number 22? Is that the 224? Yeah, it's the 224 car, which I can't seem to find. Or is it the 774? No, it is the 224 car. I don't know who the 224... Am I just being blind at the moment? I don't actually see a 224 car in the lobby. Let's actually try and investigate here. I'm going to try and go through the teams and see who the other car in the pits is. No, that's not the other car. That's the DLAC car who's got... Oh, it was. It's 324. Wow. It's good to show how small the numbers are on the map. 324. We're good to see them back out on track. I assume Sniff and Kenny Motorsports will be doing the same thing once they've repaired their damage. Let's see, Wolfgang now on the back of Syndico. Let's go on board for a bit with... Oops. What did I press? With Wolfgang here. See the sparks flying through the bus stop chicane. Sam was saying P22, Melbourne is pushing. Melbourne pushing in the car now. Colin Brando in. Yeah, P22. It's time to be made up for them. You can see here, mistake there from Syndico, running slightly deep on entry. Bit of understeer there for him as well. The tyres are going to be quite warm now towards the end of their stint. Wolfgang. He was like he may have managed his tyres a bit more, or at least he's got some more pace now. He's got back into the groove. And Hooschii only up the road there. It was about 2-3 seconds, the gap between P1 and P2, but Hooschii only a second to Syndico here. So this could be another, a 3-car battle once again for the race lead. So the leaders here still very, very close. Now we're 40 minutes into the race and we're still battling for the race lead. But let's see if we can get some other onboards up as well from driver streams. Well, we've got 20 minutes left of this first stint at least. Let's see what other drivers are streaming their races. Yeah, if you're streaming a race, if any of your teammates are watching, be sure to just go to our Discord, put the link to your stream of the race in the driver streams channel, and we can bring it up on our live stream as well. But yeah, it's definitely a three-way battle now for P1. Hooschii, SimZone, and Woofka all battling for the race lead here. And I think in this final hour, it looks like White's day and the Tyre 4 Racing team pitting. Pitting a bit early because the stint time is only 65 minutes long. But that means they're going to have to make another pit stop if they do switch drivers. So a bit of an early pit stop there for them. Luckily this pit lane not too long here at Watkins Glen. Not going to lose a huge amount of time, but they're doing more stops than the rest of the drivers. They're stopping twice, they're stopping 3 times, and the other teams are stopping once. And well, you're going to lose heaps of time. You can see SimZone putting the pressure on Hooschii as we speak. And Woofka was reeling in SimZone. It seems like he's not able to close this gap now. Maybe he's just being a bit patient, a bit more reserved at this stage of the race, waiting for those two in front to trip over each other, but very late on the brakes there from Woofka. It's not really the line he wants to be taking. Doesn't look like he's lost any time there to these two who are now encountering some traffic. I believe that's a Nissan of BIM Racing in P16 at the moment. There we go, they moved out the way. There we go, look how Woofka's able to get, well, I was going to say he's able to get really close into turn 1, but he had a bit of understeer. He's carrying a bit too much speed on entry there. And you can see as a result of a bad exit out of turn 1, how much time he's lost to SimZone and Hooschii. It just goes to show, if you lose time out of turn 1, you're going to lose even more by the time you reach the end of the straight. Because out of turn 1, down towards the bus stop, it's flat out. At least until you get to the braking zone of the bus stop. Let's see if there's anything else going on out on track. There we go. Got my words together finally. We've got Panacea, the two Aston Martins, Dirty Racing, and Spucciatori Motorsport batting for position. Looks like we have got everyone back out on track, which is lovely to see. No retirements in this race just yet. And brave move there from Panacea down the inside. I don't think there was contact between the two. Quite hard to tell in the dark at the moment, but yeah, the 89 Aston losing that position. Bucciatori Motorsport goes up into P24. In fact, they do have a bit of damage on that Aston once again. I think that was from a previous incident, but I must say that livery, I think definitely one of the nicest on the grid. Gold and the gold and black is really nice. It's simple, but it is clean, in my opinion at least. Remember to vote for your favourite team using the link pinned in the comments. Mitch saying wins are up 10 places. I'm worried they'll let him down. Monster driver. No, don't say that. If you say that, it will happen. Just don't think about it too much and you'll be fine. Just treat it as a normal race, Paul, and yeah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Looks like that's the Stephen Kenny Motorsports car there in E27. Not actually battling for position here, but looks like they do want to get past as soon as possible. Looking at Team Lowlands and the BSSF Porsche team, looks like the McLaren's going to get the job done before the braking zone into the bus stop. It's quite an easy move there for Van Le Schout. I've definitely said that wrong. I think someone's going to have to come and help me with these names. Or someone will correct me at the end. But looking at the top three now, Koshik, Indiko, Rufka, all still battling together. Looks like we've got the number 57 car facing the wrong way. I think that's the... oh, look at the damage they've got. I think they've lost the car there on the exit. They've got some heavy damage. That is an easy corner to lose the car. Very easy corner to lose the car. And, oh, it looks like they can't get the car turned. They've got going now. They picked up some extra unnecessary damage. Yeah, look at that. The front right wheel, the suspension is gone. They've definitely broken something in that car. I think they may have to return to the pits. As they do, it's the safest thing to do there for them. But where is Breen at the moment? P12. Oh. It is a bit dark now at the moment. What time is it into the race? I can't actually check myself. The in-game time at least. And I believe it does finish at around 11 PM in-game. Still got another hour and 12 minutes to go. Breen still on the back. Oh no, actually, that McLaren is now Typhoon Racing Team. That's Nunez now in the car actually, so they won't be battling for position actually, because Nunez is going to have to do another stop. Now, if for whatever reason, the viewers that you are watching, and you can't see properly what's going on, if it's too dark or anything, do let me know, because I can turn the brightness up so you can see. Flash of lights there from Breen. McLaren doesn't have to move out the way, but obviously they're not allowed to defend. Blue flags work slightly differently in endurance racing. And Breen going for a move down the inside. Oh, I think that was a bit of a silly thing to do there from Breen. That could have ended really, really badly. He just needs to sit behind that McLaren because he's not actually losing much time sitting behind them. But he'll be losing more time if he's trying to battle. Now we're looking at battle once again. P3, P2 and P1 still going on strong. Wifka still not able to close that gap as much as he'd like to. It's about 7-8 tenths separating P1, P2 and separating P2 and P3 as we speak. Looks to be a bit less than that actually now between Team Year 1 and the RFF Lasagna team. Now let's bring up some onboards here. So in the top right, I believe that is... oh god, I forgot now. Oh, yeah, top right is Breen for Stellar Fellas. And the bottom right is Colin Brander for... Oops, that was not meant to happen. I pressed the wrong button. The bottom right... Oh, well, we have to go back to it now. The bottom right one is Colin Brander, who is racing for SM Racing. So nothing much going on between those two at the moment, but we can bring them up side by side. Let's see if I can press the right one. There we go, that's better. So yeah, Breen looks like he has got past Nunes there in that McLaren. So he's in clean air now. Now we'll be looking to switch possibly in about 10 minutes, 9-10 minutes I think. Looking at their stint timer, they've still got about 14-15, yeah, still got about 15 minutes left of their stint timer. So yeah, they may switch, well, in about 10 to 12 minutes I think. I don't think they really want to leave it later than that, just in case they have a spin and something goes wrong, they can't get back to the pits in time. Always got to leave room for error in these endurance races. But let's see what else is going on. We've got, looks like it is McCutcheon on the back of Leo here, P10 and P11, both battling for position. As we speak, looks like the Ferrari's got superior straight line speed, of course, against the Porsche, but he's got no space there to get the move done into the bus stop. Now, it looks like he was carrying a bit too much speed there. Well, both of them were missing the curbs through the bus stop. Probably the safest thing to do, but not the quickest way to get round there. But it is definitely difficult when you're following someone. Obviously, you've got dirty air. Dirty air is a thing in ACC as well, and of course you've got more speed going into the bus stop after having that slipstream going down the straight. And looks like as well we've got Wolfka on the back of Syndico, so Hooschii has pulled a gap now. Wolfka still there now, putting on the pressure to Syndico. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do much on this straight, but they might be thinking of switching drivers very shortly. We've got oh, I'm going to pronounce the name horribly wrong. Naybit? Or was it Naysbit? Is the S silent? No idea. I'm just going to say it how I see it. Naysbit. If anyone could correct me in the comments, anyone who knows him, please let me know, that would help. But he's battling with Burns here in the DRL Porsche, and looks like we're going to go, well, I hope not 3 wide. Looks like that is Nunes there in the McLaren. Who is obviously not batting for position between these two, but there is a bit of traffic behind as well. There's quite a few cars behind actually. Looks like that's we've got who have we got in the background? I think we have... Oh, bit of contact there! Oh no, the Lamborghini's into the wall! What happened there? He's swerving there now. I have no idea what happened there, but we have... God, I have no idea what happened. Oh, even more contact! No, this is going to end up... Hold the brakes! Thank God they've held the brakes, but holy moly, that was... a bit too aggressive there from Burns. I don't think he mean that. Not sure if he expected that McLaren to have such a bad exit out of turn 1. McLaren's kept going, and it looks like everyone managed to avoid that just about. But look how many cars we've got there in the background. I'm going to try and find them out on track. Is it... Which team is it? It's BS Racing, here we go. So we've got Bradley in the car now. That is one of the Ferraris. That's Kerman in the car for Sniff and Kenny Motorsports. We've got... well, we've got the Lamborghini of Naisbit now, who's definitely collected some damage out of the final corner there. And looks like we've got, oh, who is that? That's P2 there, Syndico and Koshik battling for position now, and Koshik having to defend. Wolfco's dropped back, so it looks like he's encountered some traffic. A few Aston Martins in the way, one of the Hondas as well. I believe that's one of the Raceline teams there in the way as well. It looks like Syndico has got the move on, and Koshik flashing the lights, maybe not happy with the move there. It might be time to pit very shortly, maybe not this lap, but in a couple of minutes I think they're going to have to dive into the pits now. But as we continue watching the race, Koshik now... Oops, I pressed something again. Nope, we're all good. Koshik now 1.5 seconds back to Syndico. Wolfka still there on the back of Koshik, a bit wide there, looking for the late apex, but I think tyres definitely very worn at this stage of the race. Obviously the temperatures have dropped since the start. The tyre pressure is going to have to be changed when they switch drivers or when they make their pit stop, down to 17 degrees. I believe the race ends in about 16 or 15 degrees. I can't remember. I think it's about 16 degrees actually by the time we reach the end of the race, and I think we started the race with about 20 degrees, so it's gone from light to dark, and of course as you go into the night temperatures drop. So there's going to be some drivers adjusting pressures in their pit stops. We've got some teams pitting now. Nunez into the pits. I believe they haven't switched. They just repaired their damage. Rodriguez into the pits. I think they're going to switch drivers. Naisbit into the pits. That was for damage, but they might be switching drivers now as well. And Anderson. Oh, they've still got their damage. They haven't repaired it. They're not going to repair that damage. I think... Anderson's not in the car anymore. I think it's his teammate, but we have to wait and see. That does update after about half a lap or so. We'll have a look at the 888 Mercedes later on. Looking at the leaders now, coming up to some traffic as well. And looks like Leo on the back of McCutcheon as well. These two have been battling for quite a while actually. Over half an hour I think they've been stopping and changing positions. I think McCutcheon was actually behind Leo, so he may have actually got that move done now. But that Porsche of Speed Hunter's not far off and might even be reeling them back in. Let's see what else is going on. Not much else going on towards the end of the field. Looks like we've had one team retire, unfortunately. But Leo still closing that gap now to McCutcheon there. Let's have a quick read of the comments. We've got some more comments coming in. Humble Racer saying nice side-by-side camera work. Yeah, thanks man, appreciate that. There's a lot of people saying casually bricking it with my stint coming up. Yeah, it's pressure's on. Just treat it like a normal 1 hour league race, really, Lee. That's all you need to do. Just all the work has to be done by your teammate. Looks like, there we go, one of the Hondas, I think, moving out the way there. Oh, they've got some serious damage. Who is that? Is that race line number 2? Yes, it is. They've got so much damage, they've knocked their headlights out. And, I think they're just limping back to the pits now. Good, they've got their hazards on. Yeah, they've got some serious damage to repair there. They've definitely lost the car somewhere. Oh, look at that, they can't even get the car turned. Probably best that they stay off track for now because they've got the other race line team coming through now. In the Honda. Is it the race line 1? No, it's race line number 3 team that's gone past. So yeah, I think they'll be switching drivers as well if they haven't done so already. They're going to be in the pits for a good few minutes repairing that damage. Let's go up to Leo and McCutcheon. They are only separated by 3/10 now, these two. And Wolfco's got past Koshik as well. There we go, halfway mark now. So we should definitely see some drivers pitting. Or well, definitely see teams pitting now. If not this lap, the next one. But let's see, have a quick update on the votes for team of the day. Not a huge amount of votes yet. Make sure you are voting for your team of the day. The link is in the chat, in the live chat. It's 36 people watching, so please, before you do anything else, vote for your favourite team right now. And once you've done that, let us know in the comments. And once I see some people, once I see some more viewers who have voted, then I'll continue with the commentary. In the meantime, I'll just be back in a couple of minutes. Just going to grab a drink, and we'll watch the drivers do their pit stops now and switch drivers. Oh no, that wasn't meant to happen. Oops. There we go. But yeah, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Right, I'm back. Perfect timing. Looks like, oh, we've got a stop go 30 for Syndico, speeding in the pits. Oh, God. That's not good. They're running so well. I'm going to drop down the order here, possibly. Actually, no, they are dropping down the order already. It's a bit of a shame, but looks like we got the John Deere GT3 in the pits now. Besselink pitting the car, going to hand over to his teammate. BB Motorsports pitted. Devil's Lord has pitted as well. Frosty pitted. Looks like Thermal Sim Racing A have pitted as well. They passed the car to Not. Team Year 1. We've now got yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce that name. Lely, if you're watching, please help me. That's your team. I have no idea how to or anyone watching. Yeah, Team Year 1 have pitted as well. They've got the second driver now in the car. Besselink, well, John Deere GT3 out on track now. It'll be Proteski in the car for John Deere GT3 now. Looks like Stella Fellas are pitting. That'll be Mitch in the car for that one. Looks like we have lost a few more teams as well, unfortunately. Looks like a few more teams have retired the car. Is a bit of a shame, but still 26 teams running, which is still good to see. 29 to start with, so it's not bad for an endurance race whatsoever. But as we go to the top two, it's 2 seconds. Okay, it was 8/10, but that was yet to update. Oh, BV Motorsports got a stop go 30, speeding in the pit lane, and that's Curtin now in the car, also known as Viper. And he's gonna have to serve that stop go 30. Looks like Per-Olav is in the car for the Devil's Lord Proteski. Oh, emerging out in P3. So they've done a Bestlink's done a great stint there. And handed there's a bit of a lag there. Handed car to his teammate now in P3. So no more pit stops to worry about for John the GT3. It's from here to the end. Let's hope the team's calculated the fuel correctly as well. We've got press test now from Speed Hunters in the car, who are battling with the Turn 1 Sim Racing E car. So these two teams have been battling for a while, like I said before, and even after the pits, they're still battling. They're even closer than they were before now. And there we go, Curtin into the pits for his stop go 30. We've got Vigiano there into the pits to serve his stop go 30. And Robinson is in the pits there. Only 3 laps down. I believe they're switching drivers now. Well, they should be. Oh no, we've got 37 teams in. I think they've reconnected. Have the Raceline 2 team, or one of the teams have reconnected at least. Let's go back to this battle. This is what we want to be watching at the moment. 2 cars batting for position. They're going to be side by side going through the S's. No, they're not. Porsche can't quite get an overlap just yet. Hasn't got that straight line speed to do it on the Ferrari. Just going to have to slot back in, and they've got some traffic behind them. I believe are a few, well, not batting for position. That's Mitchell in the car in one of the Astons, and it's, what's the other one? DLAC, that's it. Campbell now in the car for DLAC. So Mitch is going to want to get past safely as possible. It looks like, yep, there we go. He's going to do it on the DLAC car. He's going to get past with ease there, which is exactly what you want to be doing. Oh, a bit close on the exit, though. Very, very close on the exit. But I don't think they'll be looking to battle. They're not battling for position. These two still very, very, very close. Let's go on the rear view cam here of the Ferrari. And looks like, oh, wow, they're a very late move down the inside there from Speed Hunters, and they've got that position done. And on Sim Racing E, couldn't defend that whatsoever. Now they're going to have to defend against, well, no, not defend against. They've got, oops, they've got some of the traffic coming through now. Of course, they are allowed to unlap themselves. It's an endurance race. But looking at the gap between the top two, gap's now 4 seconds. It was 2 seconds after they exited the pits together. So Team Year 1 pulling away now. And looks like that is Mitchell now getting through the Turn 1 Sim Racing E car. If I were the Ferrari, I'd let them go. They seem to be quicker at the moment. Maybe probably be better to try and follow them. And there we go. Wise move there from Turn 1 Sim Racing E. Very wise move from them. yeah, looks like, oops, I nearly pressed the wrong button again. Looks like after that move from Speed Hunters, they've gained, well, I've pulled a 3-second gap to Tournament Sim Racing E. Let's go back to Tournament Sim Racing A now. Actually closing in that gap to Team Year 1. It was, oh no, they're not. 4.4 seconds. It's just updated there for us. But let's have a look of the comments. Got quite a few comments coming in here. Let's see. Humble Race is saying, how does the driver stop work in PlayStation 5? Exactly the same as it does on PC. Pretty much exactly the same. The number 1 driver goes to the pit stop strategy on the MFD, selects the second driver, or the driver next, hits, and then it switches for you. And then the second driver is in the car. I was saying Paul and I got hit with a pit stop glitch and had a 3-minute pit stop. Oh god. Car 44 must have messed up driver swap or something. He was leading when going into the pits and stayed there forever now as to serve stop go 30 as well. Number 44. Yeah, they had a stop go 30. Yeah, they've lost heaps of time. Something's definitely happened there. Oh, and he's very late on the brakes there. Jesus, that could have ended up very, very badly, but I think those tyres are going to be a bit flat spotted after that slide. Yeah, the problem with driver swap on console is, well, there's only one big issue really, is when you go to press the drive button, which is what you're meant to do on PC as well, it switches you to a different driver, so you're viewing someone else. The only way to change that back is through keyboard, or once you're actually in the car, then you have to switch your camera, then press your camera view button to switch it. So yeah, it is a bit annoying, but there is a workaround. So doesn't stop us from doing these events, of course. Looks like that is Tiffikeni Motorsport moving out the way now. I believe Price is in the car now. Yep, Price is in the car now. Oh, running very wide on the exit of turn 1. Hope that's not a track limit warning there. Yeah, letting the quicker cars through, which is the wisest thing to do in endurance racing. Let's see, any other driver streams going on? Looks like there is one. Not sure about the others though. Let's have a quick look. Let's actually switch back to Team Year 1. Currently leading this race. 4.4 seconds still is the gap between P1 and P2. Oh, actually, let's not switch to them. There is a battle going on here for P5. Looks like Per-Olav has been overtaken here by the Speed Hunters Porsche, so he's lost a position. Down into P6 goes Per-Olav. We'll keep watching this battle. Let's have a look if there are any other onboards we can do. Mitchell's still in the car. We can actually watch that onboard, in fact. But are there any others? Let's have a look. Van Roy saying doesn't want to be back in the car. I think you've got no choice here. Actually, no, you do have a choice, because you've already done your driver swap, so Colin Brother can hit and just continue back out with him in the car. So Yeah, we've got some more votes coming through, which is good to see. Daniel's in the comments saying, thanks very much, guys. I was in the first stint in the Eternal Sim Racing E-Car, sitting 7th just now. It's a good effort from you. Yeah, 7th at the moment. It's good to see. And make sure if you haven't voted for your team of the day, do so now. There's only 45 minutes left of this race to go. Let's have a look at how many votes we've got in now. There've been a few more votes, still waiting for more though. Try and get some more votes in, guys. Not hard. Click on the link, go to the voting page, and vote for your favourite team. That's all you got to do. Yeah, we do have. Yeah, we've got a few more votes in, which is good to see. But at the moment, it's tied between John Deere GT3 and Turn 1 Sim Racing A and Spucciatori Motorsport. So if you haven't voted, once again, vote. There's still time left to do so. We'll close voting later on. In about 10 minutes. Oh, well, not in about 10 minutes. In about half an hour. So when there's 10 minutes left of the race, we'll close voting. There we go, now we've got loads more votes coming in. That's better. The Draft Corner saying, how do you vote for Team of the Day? If you go to the link, the pinned comment, or click on the link, it will take you to the Team of the Day voting. I don't think Nightbot is doing his job though. The bot, for some reason, doesn't seem to be putting in the link. Or has it been? Has the chat just been going that quickly? No, it hasn't. Interesting. Not sure why that's been happening. Let's see if it'll do it now. But yeah, back to the racing anyways. We've got some more battles going on, which I nearly missed here. Kartri is now in front of the Turn 1 Sim Racing E team. So Kartri up into P7, the BV Motorsports. Turn 1 Sim Racing E down into P8. You see there, both cars spitting flames on downshift into the bus stop. We've also got another battle going on here. Well, actually, where's it gone? There it is. Bradley on the back of Flory here. BS Racing versus BSSF Porsche team. Oh, the McLaren there facing the wrong way around. That's Nunes with Typhoon Racing team. And they stopped on the apex of the corner. Oh, luckily, no one coming just yet. But it looks like I think he stalled the car. Yeah, it looks like he has stalled the car. He's got going once again. Luckily not impeding anyone, so good on him. But we go back to Bradley here, battling with the BSSF team. Let's see what he'll be able to do here. The gap between the top two still 4 seconds. Come down ever so slightly, but not by a huge amount. There we go, the slipstream. Look at the closing speed here from the BMW. It's not going to be enough though. We're going defensive at the bus stop. Looks like Bradley there in the wrong gear at the bus stop. After taking a bit of a compromised line, having to slow down for the Porsche in front. But look at the exit he's got. He's going to be alongside and he's going later on the brakes. Down the inside goes Bradley. What a move there. And up into P17 he goes. Great move there from Bradley. They've still got the fastest lap of the race as well. Looking at the battles now, Bradley still has Fleury behind him. There's not really any other battles going on at the moment. They're getting a bit more spaced out. That's usually what happens in endurance racing. Let's have a look here now. Looks like Fleury is going to possibly lose. Well, they're not batting for position, but loses position on track. This place on track to this Aston. That is the Aston of Dirty Racing. Nyman now in the car. And I believe they've still got their damage from the start. So they haven't repaired it. Maybe in order to save time, but in the long run, is it going to be, has it been worth it? I'm not sure. Not sure at all. Yeah, it looks like Bradley is now pulled away from the Porsche behind. And oh, the gap at the top's come down to 2.6 seconds as the Team Year 1 car made a mistake in the last couple of laps. Looks like we've got, no, we do have loads of battles going on still. This is Davidson on the back of Van Rooij here. Oh, look, we have to go on board with the Mercedes. Have to go on board with the Mercedes. Looks like, bit of a bad exit though for the Eternal Sim Racing F team. But oh, very deep on the brakes there for Van Rooij. A bit too late on the brakes. Davidson is going to gain some time as a result. Yeah, the gap now, I think slightly bigger between these two. Maybe Van Rooij feeling the pressure and he's started to put his foot down now that the Mercedes has started to close the gap. A bit of a short shift there from Davidson. Usually in the Mercedes you can really leave it till you get to higher revs until you shift. Maximise what you get out of the Mercedes. You can see the Mercedes having no issues over the curves whatsoever. And it's still a very, very strong car, the AMG. But Porsche in front. Western Racing a bit deep. Once again, missing the apex slightly. But now, oh, looks like Davidson a bit deep on the brakes as well. But both drivers are struggling here with consistency at the moment. It looks like, sorry, just got reading a message there on our Discord. Yeah, the gap at the top still 2.1 seconds. Looks like Davidson now losing 2 seconds to Van der Roy. They've actually got, I believe that is Cartry in between these two. And looking further down the field as well, we've got Bouzon and Price battling for position. The Honda looking down, looking for a move down into turn one. Price trying to hold it round the outside. Still within track. No, Price running slightly wide there, I think. And the Honda, is he going to get the move done? Yes, he is. Price losing that position now down into P26. Goes Sniff and Kenny Motorsports. Looks like the Turn 1 Sim Racing C car have retired the car. Maybe an issue with the driver swap. RFF saying the RFF lasagna was not pit. Oh, it's a bug. The game gave another car. Yeah, you have to change the camera view, then it works. Lewis Robinson saying had to retire. 337 just couldn't swap drivers, was on for 4. Such a shame. Hopefully they do fix the driver swaps properly on console. It is a bit hit and miss sometimes, as in you end up, when you switch drivers you see another car, sometimes it doesn't work properly. Yeah, it's just so much easier on PC. I still don't think it's fully supported on console, because it was just, we're waiting for the servers really to allow us to do the driver swaps. But yeah, hopefully they do acknowledge these bugs and fix them. But well, with console, it's oh, you never know. And looking at the gap between the top two, down to 1 second. Oh, it's less than that. So Team Year One have been making quite a few mistakes here out on track, and Turn 1 Sim Racing A have caught right up now to the Team Year One. This is a battle for the lead, still going on strong. And well, they've got no one else to battle with, no more pit stops to go. It's just on track now between these two. And for Team Year One, they're going to have a tough time defending that Porsche behind. Half an hour defending is not easy. It's definitely possible, but it's not easy. Not easy whatsoever. We look down quickly to Team Lowlands and the BSSF team. That's a very wide line there from Fleury, and he's tapped the wall there. Is he losing a bit of concentration? He might be. That's not going to help him with straight line speed whatsoever. The gap's not 1/10 anymore. It's after 2 seconds. So we go back towards the top two. The gap between these two only 3/10. 6/10 now as we cross the line down towards turn one. GTW saying just buy a PC. If only it was that easy. But yeah, no, PC is much better. Much better. But here we go. Look at the exit that that Knot has got. Surprisingly, the Porsche is catching up to the BMW. Now, of course, both these cars not very good on top end. Not doing well here. Oops. Not doing well here to keep with the BMW in front. But it's just a question of where can they overtake, because on this track, the way it flows, it's quite difficult to overtake. You have to rely on the driver in front to make a mistake, or you have to force them into a mistake. But turn one is a good overtaking opportunity, although it can be very risky. And at the end of, and into the bus stop is also a good place to overtake, but also very, very risky. So it's high risk, high reward here at Watkins. Then let's look further down. Any other battles going on? Not really. We got one more car into the pits now. Who's that? The 3-3. Oh, that's the DLAC car, the 324. Oh, they've got some more damage once again. I think they're gonna hit to repair that now. They're back to, oh wait, no. Switch to P9 and P8. Looks like Mare on the back of Toll now. It's the their Porsche team versus Frostbeat. UTW saying, Packham couldn't believe the difference between PS5 and PC yesterday. Yeah, it's still a huge difference. I mean, what is it, 60 FPS maximum on console? I mean, the force feedback you get on PC is 10 times better. The, yeah, I mean, the cars handle differently as well. Slightly differently as well. I mean, PC lap times are quicker as well, so yeah, there is a lot more to be done on PC, and less bugs as well, which is a good thing. But looking at the top two now, the gap's still 4 tenths as they cross, 5 tenths as they cross the line. John Deere GT3 still in P3. EV Motorsports running in the Devil's Lord now, P6 and P7. Gap between those two, 2.3 seconds. Looks like Frostbee's lost a bit of time to the DRL Porsche team as well. Any other battles going on? No, DLAC still in the pits. Would have been some lengthy repairs there for them. I think let's go on board here with the Porsche of Mott. We've got 19 votes so far for the team of the day. It's going to close in 16 minutes. And once again, if you haven't voted, be sure to do so. And at the moment, oh, actually, I shouldn't be reading the results. Just vote and you'll see at the end of the race. All I'm going to say is it's very close between about 5 teams. So be sure to vote if you haven't done so already. Now, Frostby and DRL Porsche 51 still separated by a second. Looking at Kartre, he's got past the Per-Olav there. So Per-Olav down into P7. But I mean, if they can hold on to P7 and finish there, I'm sure they're going to be extremely happy with that result. Now, this is where Mott might lose a bit of time here to the BMW of Team Year 1. Gap's 8 tenths. Now let's see what it is once they cross the sector line. Oh, 7 tenths. So they've actually gained somehow. So I think maybe Team Year 1 not getting the best exit. Adrian there is in the car at the moment. Maybe not getting the best exit out of turn 1. It's definitely a possibility. But oh, a huge mistake there for not all over the marbles now. It's not going to help with his tyres whatsoever. It looks like now we've also got Frostby and the Porsche 51, Mare and Toll, catching back up to each other. Gap between these two under a second now, 9/10 as we speak, and the Ferrari is going to gain some more time in the Porsche here down the straight, I believe. Nope, still 9/10. So I think it's just all down to that exit you get out of turn 1. If you make a mistake there, you're going to lose lots of time on that straight. That is, I believe, the longest straight we have here at Watkins. Although, yeah, I think it's the longest straight. Although the start-finish straight is... well, it's the longest section of track we have flat out for. Which is probably better to say. So this is going up the hill. I mean, they're flat out easily as well. And you don't... yeah, I mean, if you lift there or anything, you lose so much time. But looking at the top two, all the gaps really come down. We're going to have to have a look at them very quickly. It looks like Not was close into the braking zone coming into the bus stop. But had to possibly overslow the car to avoid hitting the Team Year 1 car. Keep them saying it crashed on driver swap. Yeah, it's a shame. Hopefully they do sort that out for console. But Mayer now on the back of Toll, and he's going to have the slipstream as well. This is crucial. He's within 4/10 at the moment. Is it going to be enough? No, he's even looking. I think he's looking for a move, maybe looking to see where the track goes. Obviously, when you're following someone, can't really see anything in front. That's why reference points are so important. Because when you're following someone, you'll be looking out for your reference point in your peripheral vision. And once you see that you're getting close to it, well, you'll brake a bit earlier when you're following someone that close. But the top two still separated by 4/10. Mayer's losing a bit of time now to Toll. Looks like the Porsche is able to pull away in the twistier sections of the circuit, which is no surprise there. And we'll go back to these two. Looks like Team Year 1 and T1 SRA are side by side coming up towards the bus stop, and the Porsches had to back out of that move. But he's really putting on the pressure now here to Adrian in the BMW at the moment. And Adrian doing a good job at defending. But how long can he hold on for here? 20 minutes left of the race. 21 minutes left of the race. Not easy. It's not an easy job to do, especially with not behind you. Not proving his pace here in this second stint. Well, his first stint, but the second stint of the team. And of course, Porsche can just brake so much later into the corners. Can trail the brakes much easier and carry the brakes for much longer as well, which is what helps the Porsche keep the weight on the front and really helps with the cornering. Yeah, looks like the Porsche, very popular car here at the moment for this event. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's definitely a few more. 7. Oh, no, that's me. I'm spectating. 6, and I think maybe more. We've had a couple of teams retire. But look at the exit that Knott has got out of turn 1, and he's pretty much pushing. Oh no, there's been contact. No, that was not good to see. There was ever so slight contact between the two, and he's not waiting, or is he continuing? Looks like he's continuing. I think he's tried to wait, but they've got the pink McLaren there between them. That's the Lasagna team. I believe. Yeah, it's RFS Lasagna there in P10. No, that was ever so slight contact between the two. A bit exaggerated, I think. Bit exaggerated, but that's ATC physics for you. Unfortunately, it just looked like it was a really light tap. I think it's trying to push him down the straights, really. But that ended in a bit of contact. And looks like the BMW of Team Year 1, they're having some troubles now. All over to the grass, into the barriers they went. And they're going to have some damage with that now. Adrian's teammate's not going to be happy with that collision, unfortunately. Oh, Nyman's... unfortunately, Nyman's game crashed. They really need to sort that out. There's been so many game crashes on ACC. Looking at Van Roy, we've got a Porsche there in the background. This is Mitchell now, who's actually lost a position to SM Racing, who, yeah, he's lost a position, so he's now down to P14 with SM Racing in P13 here, and they've got a car between them. That is the BV Motorsports car in P6. And looks like Team Year 1 pitting for damage now. What a shame. You need a medal. Who's that in response to Humble Racer? Humble Racer saying, playing ACC on PlayStation 4 and listening to the race. Today is a good day. I'm glad you're enjoying your day there, Humble Racer. Yeah, this Team Year 1 are going to lose a lot of time as a result. I wouldn't be surprised if they report that incident to the stewards. And looks like one of the cars facing the wrong way. That is... car is that? Oh, looks like that's the Typhoon Racing team blocking the pit entry, actually. And oh no, they reversed. What are they doing? There we go. They're waiting for cars to go. But that was a bit... looks like they sped into the pits again? No, they've stopped just in time. They've got to stop serve their stop go 30 now. That was... bit of a close call there. I think they need to calm it down just a bit, otherwise they might be picking up some penalties or causing some collisions here. We look to Blurry's on the back. Oh, Mailer's in the car now. Interesting. So they've had to swap once more, I believe, due to stint timers. Only 16 minutes left of the race to go. That means only 6 minutes left for the driver of the day not driver of the day, team of the day voting. If you haven't done that, once again, make sure to do it. The link is in the description, not the description, the comments, pinned in the comments. But yeah, it looks like Mailer's having no trouble pulling away from the 917 Porsche. Looks like Davidson now on the back of Mitchell. So it looks like the Turn 1 Sim Racing F team have repaired their damage. There we go, let's get that camera angle. But a bit of oversteer there, compromised line there from Davidson. Didn't use the full width of the track. Oh, having to brake though as well. Can brake ever so slightly. It does depend on what car you're driving, but you don't really want to be using too much of the brakes there. I think if even, I think about 5% brake pressure is the maximum you use there, to be honest. I'm just a rough estimate, but yeah, you're very light on the brakes there in some cars, just to get a bit of just to scrub a bit of speed off, and to get the nose of the car to dig in slightly more. But it looks like Davidson in the Mercedes utilizing that straight line speed and trying to slingshot past. They're going to be side by side coming up towards the bus stop chicane. Who's going to back out here? Who's going to have the braver? Oh, who's going to be braver? And looks like Davidson backing out of that. They're side by side once again. And Mitchell, well, is he actually? What's happened here? Mitchell's still in front. That's odd. But yeah, Mitchell still feeling the pressure. He might be feeling the pressure. I'm sure he will be. He'll be watching that timer tick down. He's got that Mercedes, which looks like a really mean car. And it's going to be... oh, that's going to be all in his rearview mirror. Getting closer and closer every corner. Look how close he's been able to get into the braking zone there. It's like Mitchell, maybe a bit early on the brakes, not carrying enough of the brakes into the corner, but slightly wide there on the exit. Same goes for the, well, slightly narrower line there for Davidson. I reckon he can carry so much more speed there. It's now through the final corner they go. And a good exit for both of them. Doesn't look like Davidson's going to have enough of a run into turn one. I could be wrong though. He has a look. It's not going to phase Mitchell whatsoever. And oh, a bit too much curb there for the Mercedes. Sparks fly as he bottoms out on that curb. It can be very deadly, that curb into turn one. If you take too much, it does kick the rear end out. But it looks like once again, no, I mean, despite that that bad entry, the Mercedes pulling alongside once again, and look how much speed he's got coming down the straight. I think Mitchell's gonna have to back out of this, surely. No, he's later on the brakes. He's been able to hold it. Davidson actually backed out of it. The Mitchell holding on. There's some great racing between these two. Great battling between these two. They're giving each other enough respect on track. And now looking at, oh, bit of, oh, I spoke a bit too soon there. Bit of door rubbing between the two, elbows out, but still looks like fair racing between the two. Now looking at the Devil's Lords team, they've only, well, Team Year 1 after their pit stop is emerging P7, 7.8 seconds behind the Devil's Lord. Patry in BV Motorsports. Obviously, we saw him get that move done. Well, we didn't actually see it, but we saw him go up a position there into P5, and he's only 2.5 seconds behind Speed Hunters there in P4. So that's still on the cards for them. And, well, for Team Year 1, P6 is still on the cards as well. 7.4 seconds in 12 minutes, definitely possible. They're going to have to put some really quick lap times in towards the end here, but here we go. Back watching this battle, we've also got Spucciatori Motorsport and Turn 1 Sim Racing F, P19 and P20, and is it going to be a move for Davidson down the inside? Mitchell's left him the room on the inside, but he's held it around the outside here, so close. There's nothing separating them, but look at this. Looks like Davidson on the exit has got the better of Mitchell there, and through he goes up into P14. Can Mitchell reply back? I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it on this straight. Mercedes is just so quick on the straights at the moment. And there we go, Davidson up into P14. Let's now have a look at this battle between Birchie and Brooker. Looks like they are actually no, it's not Birchie and Brooker. Looks like oh, Brooker's got that move done. Or was the other way around? God, I'm confusing myself now, but yeah, they're not close to each other anymore. Looks like they've got one of the Hondas in between them. Is that... well, it's one of them. There we go, it's the Raceline 2 team in P22. They're not really battling for position at the moment, but let's go back to... oh, Brooker and Fleury here, and looks like a good exit there out of the bus stop from Brooker. What a move! He's going to stick it down the inside there, and there you go, Fleury all over onto the marbles, and Brooker up a position into P18 now. He goes, and Mitchell, after being overtaken by Davidson, is full back by about a second here. Looks like Birchie into the pit stops. Into the pits, sorry. What's happened to them? Could it be fuel, maybe? Or have they returned to garage? I'm not too sure what's happened to them. Curtin now 2 seconds behind Prestes in the Speed Hunters team. And looking at the gap between Devil's Lord and Team A1, it's down to 5.4 seconds. So they've knocked 2 seconds off in the last, what was that, 1 or 2 minutes? It's definitely possible that they can catch up to Per-Olav there in P6 and gain another position here at the end of this race. Right, so Curtin now 1.8 seconds back to Prestes. Oh no, it's back up to 2.3 seconds. Now the gap between Team A1 and the Devil's Lord down to 3 seconds. So I think Adrian here driving for Team A1. Well, I think it's just a matter of time. Oh no, I spoke too soon. Commentator's curse hits the wall through the final corner there. But luckily, I don't think that's going to be too much damage. I've seen some funny accidents into that final corner. I've seen some drivers hit the wall and spin, end up in the pits, which it's not what you want to be doing. But there we go. That's a different camera angle. Yeah, gap's down to 1.7 seconds. Yeah, so Adrian on a mission to get P6 from a bit of a recovery drive from them. They were leading the race. It's a shame that there was a collision there between Gentleman Sim Racing A and Team Year 1. What could have been such a great battle between the two. But yeah, it didn't really look like it was much of a tap. Got some more comments coming in as well. We've got Marcello saying go RFF lasagna. Nyman saying game crashed. Dirty Racing is out. It's unfortunate. They need to fix these game crashes on console. They've been going on since ACC was released on PS4, and a bit of a mistake there from Adrian. Running slightly wide, that could definitely be a track limit warning. I definitely don't want to get a drive-through at the end of this race. Curtin BB Motorsports 1.5 seconds there to Speed Hunters. This is a battle we want to be watching. Can Per-Olav hold off Adrian here? He's charging here to try and get a position at the end of the race. Not any other battles going on really. Let's see what Per-Olav can do here. You see Per-Olav managing to hold on just for now. How long can he hold on for? There's only 5 minutes left in the race. If you can defend for 5 minutes, he's going to be able to hold on to this position. Look at the exit that Adrian has got, but he's run wide once again. It has to be careful if they're picking up track limits, track limit warnings lap after lap there. They're going to be in for a drive-through by the end of the race. Here we go, looks like that is one of the, that's Mailer from BS Racing there behind as well. Obviously not in this battle. And I don't think he really wants to get involved in this battle either. So I think he's going to sit back, but it's going to allow Per-Olav to pull away, and it has allowed him to pull away actually. Coming up towards the bus stop, but oh, he slows down. Oh, in fact, he didn't slow down too much. That was really late on the brakes there from Adrian there in the BMW, but oh, a bit too much speed there for Per-Olav, and he's run wide, has he? Look, yep, he has run wide, and looks like Adrian's going to do around the outside. He tried it, but I don't think that was going to work whatsoever. Per-Olav is still there, and looks like we've got one of the BMWs onto the grass. Oh, that's is it Mailer? Yeah, Mailer, sorry, into the wall. I think he was being a bit too aggressive there. He didn't need to try and battle with these two, but onto the grass he went, and yeah, that was it for him. Into the wall he went. Let's actually. Oh wait, I don't want to press anything. Press the wrong button again. Scott going once again. He's going to have some damage though, which is a shame. But the RFF Lasagna team currently battling with E9 there. But let's go back to this battle between... Oh no, Katri's on the back of Restes now. So we've got so many battles going on. Who on earth do we watch? We've still got these two. Is Per-Olav going to go defensive coming up towards turn 1? No, he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to go defensive here. And that's the Porsche's battling for position P4 and P5. And can Katri do it with 2 minutes left to go on the clock? He's going to have the inside line. Boom, nearly contact between the two. But it looks like he had that inside line and he's got the job done. So we're going to go back to these two, P6 and P7. Looks like Per-Olav still holding onto that position, which is amazing. And looks like the Vigiano has got that move done on Mare. So up into P9 goes the RFF Lasagna team. And we've got another battle going on here. Looks like the LAC and the Raceline 2 team battling for position as well. That DLAC car still has that damage on the front of their Aston. Emir 1 now. Adrian having a look down the inside. Contact between the two. Oh no, that was not good between the two. That was not good whatsoever. And Per-Olav with so much damage. That's such a shame. I don't think the Team Year 1 car gave Aston enough room there into the braking zone. Oh, it's such a shame, and I think that may be down to the stewards as well if they report that. But no, he's returned the car to the pits. No, what a shame. They were running so well up until the end. It looks like the Speed Hunters car has got back past BV Motorsports. Yeah, such a shame there. Team Year 1 car making contact. I think, yeah, we'll have to leave it to the stewards if they put that in for a report. But yeah, Per-Olav is not going to be happy. The Devil's Lords running in such a good position. And I don't think they're going to be able to go back out on track by the time the race finishes. So they're going to lose quite a few positions now. They're going to drop down the order here. I think the worst they can get is P11, I believe. P12? Oh, I'm not sure actually. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, it's such a shame on the last couple laps. Marcelo showing his support there for RFF. But these two still battling for position. Where is the race leader? Not is into the final sector now. We'll switch to him in just a moment. We want to watch these battles. Looks like the BSSF Porsche team in the pits now. What happened there? They run out of fuel? Doesn't look like they have much damage. Not sure what's happened there, but let's go back to Knott. As he approaches the penultimate corner. Turn 1 Sim Racing A team's going to approach the final corner here to take the race win here at Watkins Glen, although on track at least, although I think if some reports do come in, could be at risk, but there we go. It's P1 on track here for Turn 1 Sim Racing A. I'm not sure if drivers will report anything. It's just a fun event, but we'll have to see. P2 here looks like John Deere GT3 is going to round the final corner. A bit wide there. They've got one of the Astons on the inside, but they're going to take P2 here at the 2 hours of Watkins Glen. A great finish from the John Deere GT3 team. Packham there currently in P3 for Beerview Mirror. I think that takes the best team name. Definitely takes the best team name in my opinion. But they're going to round... Well, no, they've still got a couple corners to go. But that means Team of the Day voting is over. So voting is closed there for Team of the Day. If I can remember how to close it, but there we go. Packham across the line in P3. Prestes still holding on here to P4. We've got some fireworks going off in the background here, but Prestes is going to hold on here to P4. So Speed Hunters is going to cross the line in P4, and BV Motorsports is going to cross the line there in P5. Great battling between these two at the end of the race. We've got Team A1 in P6, DRO Porsche in P7, RFF Lasagna in P8, for Usby in P9, Raceline 3 in P10, Turn 1 Sim Racing E in P11, SM Racing just crossed the line there in P12, Turn 1 Sim Racing F in P14, the Devil's Lord, they're going to finish in the pits in, sorry, P13, they're going to finish in the pits in P14. Actually, I think a couple of the teams have left now, so we'll wait for the full results to come up. Still got a few more teams to cross the line, I believe. Well, there is a bit of a wait till it does show us the full results. Yeah, we had some great racing there. We'll see if we can get some interviews. See if we can get some interviews with the top 3 teams. And we'll just wait for the full results to appear. Actually, Devil's Law team back out on track to finish. They actually have time to finish, so that's good. BSSF Porsche team are going to finish in the pits, and looks like that is, who's that out on track? That's Beerview Mirror just doing an in-lap there as well. So I believe we're just waiting for Hiroth to finish, but yeah, we will try and get some interviews, I think. But before we do that, we have to bring up the Driver of the Day voting. So just bear with me while I bring that up. Yeah, just bear with me while I bring that up. It won't be long. There we go. Barth is going to cross the line there in P13. Obviously, it's going to be different once it does show us the full order. There we go. Got the full order now. So, Team 1 Sim Racing A, P1, John Deere GT3 P2, and Beerview Mirror P3. But that is these are your full results, of course. There we have it. And driver of the team of the day now, which will bring up in just a second. Yeah, cheers, Dale. Team of the day. There we go. So, team of the day. RFF Lasagna got team of the day. There we go with the most votes. 5 votes for them. I can't talk now. Spucciatori Motorsport. There we go. Second in 4 votes, and Turn 1 Sim Racing A third with 3 votes. So there we have it. Yeah, I'm not sure if we will get any interviews. Actually, it might be a bit too late. Bit too late to do that. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll be back live. Well, we've got some PC events scheduled, so probably be back live for them soon, in a week or so. But yeah, thanks for watching, and good night.